Joining me now with more on how the international community is reacting to the U.S. government eavesdropping is Raymond Tanter. He's an adjunct scholar at the Washington Institute for Near East Policy. Always great to have you on the show. Let's start with the global reaction, or shall we say backlash, to all of this. You have the UK, the EU, and even Germany coming out on all of this. What does Barack Obama have to do when he meets with Angela Merkel later this month?
Well, Angela Merkel is under tremendous domestic pressure because Germany, more than any other country in Europe, is concerned about privacy much more than security. You have what the Nazis did, you have what East Germany did, and she's from East Germany, the Stasi group. And so therefore, President Obama is in trouble with Angela Merkel. She's tough, so she will say, are you spying more on Germany than on Britain? I think the answer, Elaine, is yes.
Well, how does he work that? Because, you know, it's one thing to explain the motives and the reasoning behind the American people, which they may understand, but now you're dealing with an international audience, some of which are the United States' closest allies.
Yes, well, Great Britain is the main ally, and I think that Britain will stand with America on this particular issue. When I served at the White House, I noticed very clearly that America has friends and interest, and Great Britain is one of the friends, and Germany is more of an interest.
The UK, what does this do to the relationship then going forward? What does this PRISM incident do to the U.S.-Germany relationship?
Well, PRISM opens the door to a debate, a discussion across the Atlantic. I will be in Berlin and in London in July, and I will contribute to that debate. In fact, I debated this fellow who worked for The Guardian, who broke the story, Glenn Greenwald, and on Iran issues. And he thinks, I suspect that he thinks he's going to get a Pulitzer Prize in journalism. I don't think so.
I want to get your thoughts on the national security implications. I want to get your thoughts on whether we're going to see more and more incidents like this. You know, we have the WikiLeaks case with Bradley Manning and Julian Assange, and we have this situation. Is it going to become more and more difficult for governments and militaries to hold classified information?
Well, the story behind the story is not privacy versus security. I think the story behind the story is that it's extremely difficult for intelligence services to trust one another. And if the United States intelligence services can't cooperate with the Germans, with the French, with the British, then the terrorists have an entree, if you will, into all of the major countries. And I suspect that China and America will back away from some of the cyber warfare kind of scenarios that we're developing and begin to collaborate much more after this, just like Russia and the United States began to collaborate on counterterrorism after the Boston Marathon. So China and America will move closer together with respect to the Snowden case.
Because everyone is really intertwined. This is not just a U.S. case. At this point, it involves a lot more.
But what if China decided to hold Snowden in Hong Kong or bring him to Beijing and question him and squeeze him like a lemon to get out as much intelligence as possible? That would not be, that would be an interesting situation.
All right, Raymond Tanter, always a pleasure to see and hear you. Thank you so much.